Welcome to WatchMojo.com. I'm your host, Layla. Tonight I go one-on-one with Kanye West's supporting DJ, A-Trak.
When I was first DJing and I was doing like the more technical stuff, like if I want to do something live, I would practice it for like literally for 3 weeks at home, like every day. 3 weeks is like my comfort period. But now it's like I do gigs all the time. I rarely have time to even practice strictly DJing. And I play with Kanye where everything moves really fast.
And how has working with Kanye West sort of impacted your solo performance?
Damn, girl, go ahead. Now I ain't saying you a gold digger, you got knees. You don't want to do.
You know, seeing him in the studio and seeing the pace at which he works and seeing the amount of effort that it takes to get to the kind of visibility he has, you know, I think has rubbed off on me to a certain extent. And even, being part of his show, I think forced me to learn how to perform for an audience that didn't necessarily have a background in the type of DJing that I'm from. You know, like, I was used to DJing for people that went to an A-Trak show. And then you put me in front of a Kanye audience, especially the first tour I did with him, we opened for Usher, so it was like basically teenage girls. They don't know what a scratch DJ is, and he really wanted to showcase me, so I had a solo, and my solos were very technical. The solos I was used to doing took for granted that my audience had seen other DJs and had certain reference points. But you put that in front of like a crowd that doesn't really know what the hell I'm doing in the first place, and then they were just like, what? And then I had to like simplify it, but simplify it in ways that didn't really hurt my integrity, that I was still comfortable with.
When did you discover that DJing was more than a hobby for you?
I entered my first DJ battle when I had only been DJing for maybe like a year and a half. And I won the first one that I entered. That took me straight to the World Finals. From that point on, as soon as I won the local competition, going up against guys that, you know, were doing it for years and were way older than me, that's, you know, what told me and also convinced my parents that like this thing was serious. The first couple of years of my career was really all about the more technical side, like turntablism and doing DJ tricks. And in that realm, there's patterns and techniques that you can just learn, and you know, you can teach a guy how to do a scratch, and then you know, you got to practice it every day for hours and hours, and then you master it. What I do as a DJ now in my career isn't really that anymore. I mean, I know how to do that because it's where I started for the first few years, but what I work on now is a lot more in terms of, you know, doing DJ sets, like the compositional side of it. When I do a DJ set, figuring out new ways to bring in the techniques that I know into that context without it being in the forefront. If you make something look easy and it sounds the way people think it should be sounding, then they think it's good, you know? And then whether or not it actually is easy or hard, that's your end of the bargain. And I happen to make some of my things kind of hard to pull off, and that's for me to deal with when I do my stuff. Like, I just want the audience to see and hear it and be like, yep, like he's got it kind of thing.